Welcome back, CCIT fans and Gcomp IT services people. You're here for the brand new video. Great stuff. Can't wait to give to you the brand new news and tech updates on a security issue that has happened actually pretty much not too long ago. Guys, this is some crazy stuff, but you know what? Let's get into it. We have to get you guys up to speed with what's going on and what has been happening in the world of hacking and cybersecurity. So without further ado, let's get into it. So today I'm going to be speaking to you guys about a hack that actually recently happened called SolarWinds Hack. So SolarWinds is actually, it's a company, right, that's been around for about 20 years or so. And this company is a tech company, based in Austin, and they're actually expected to have a revenue around $1 billion this year. But as what has happened with the company, there's been a great hack where attackers have actually been able to insert malicious code into one of the into the software, and because of that, all of the software has been compromised, and all the companies that installed the software that is with SolarWinds company has been compromised, and they have to start implementing hot fixes. So hot fixes has also been released for that, which is a good thing. But I'm going to be explaining to you guys a bit more about it so you can know about it, because there's so many companies that's using Orion, using its software, and these businesses are all compromised, and these hackers has been inserting this malicious code, and this could have been even more than 8 months, 9 months that they've been using it to spy or get a backdoor to companies and businesses to use information against them. So basically what happened is hundreds and thousands of organizations around the world rely on a piece of software called Orion, right? So this Orion software is the software that SolarWinds uses for the IT networks. And the software from the IT company SolarWinds is described as a single pane of glass because it can monitor the whole system, literally the whole system, just from one place. And that is brilliant, right? It's brilliant software. It's great software. And the tech company, has been around for around 20 years. So they know what they're doing. Their software is great. But somehow hackers have managed to insert malicious code and get a backdoor to spy on a lot of companies. And so many companies have installed the Orion system software onto their systems, and they've been compromised as well because of this malicious code that's been inserted, and now they've got that same issue being compromised if they're not using the hot fixes. So the hackers managed to insert malicious code into software updates provided by SolarWinds to its customers, which then allowed them to open a backdoor and then let them spy on their targets at will. The updates were released between March and June this year in 2020. So taking it that we're actually now in December of 2020, they could have been, in the systems for maybe 6 to 7 months or even more. We've got no clue. But there has been a lot of places, companies like Microsoft, saying that there hasn't been any critical information or anything that has been really happening, which is good because companies has not really said that there was any real major things happening with this hack investigation going on around this, because 275,000 customers worldwide, SolarWinds is, that's how many customers SolarWinds has got. But the company on Monday said believe that fewer than 18,000 of its customers had downloaded the compromised updates. So that is also a good thing. Because the compromised updates has not been downloaded at that stage, it means that not too much companies has been compromised. It's very important to get the new hot fixes downloaded so that you know that you're safe, your company's safe, and that security is up to date, so the hackers can't get into the companies, because this is a major and serious issue. Not to mention that SolarWinds is actually providing security to a lot of the US governments. So what does SolarWinds do, and what does the company do? So it's been around for around 20 years. SolarWinds clients include, one of the major clients include as well as Microsoft, McDonald's, Lockheed Martin, and Yahoo. So Yahoo is also part of this of the SolarWinds company. Shares in SolarWinds fell around 15%. So because of what happened to this hack and the major news, and because of how big the SolarWinds company is, and because of what happened about this compromisation of the hack, 15% of their shares in revenue fell because of this. And it's mainly understandable because you can imagine, because how big the revenue of the company is and how many people are using them, even governments are using them for their security and their networks. You can imagine why shares would fall. So who are the hackers and what were they looking for? Now, the Western security experts quickly pointed, that it could be Russia, but through there has been no official confirmation, no evidence really. So what do we still know? One of the key questions, according to Western security officials, is how the hackers managed to penetrate SolarWinds. Possibilities include an insider at the company helped the hackers gain access to its clients. That is really possible because of how secure the company is and because the governments are even using it. The other question is how many governments and companies may have been compromised. Those who use Orion risk having been accessed directly, but cybersecurity experts point out that organizations which shared data with the targets could also have been compromised. This means that the potential repercussions could go far beyond the original Orion customer base, which is also a really, really big major issue. So yes, that's all on this hack and what has happened so far and what the people could see about it, because there's been so much. There's actually a big map of that shows how big this hack is and where everybody's already been compromised. The United States government actually put out an emergency warning. So to give you guys a little bit more on this company, SolarWinds Inc. is an American company that develops software for businesses to help manage their networks, systems, and information technology infrastructure. Now, they're a great company, right? They're one of the real best security companies out there, and they've been around for 20 years and they're really good, stating that they're also providing security networks for the government as well, and their revenue is around $1 billion this year, which last year was around $938.5 million in 2019. So they definitely do know what they're doing as an IT company, and they do know what they're doing around networks. And so there could really be anything around this hack and how this hack happened. But as any network or IT network security system there will always be some sort of flaw in the system. It's never really perfect, but you can always improve and make it better. This will also be the first time this has happened, which is a good thing, I think. And that's why it's also good for the company, so they can look into it. They've already created, SolarWinds has already created a hotfix update for this. They've worked on it very quickly, getting the updates out so that their customers can quickly update to the latest version so that they're not compromised anymore. So further going onto their website, I just want to quickly show to you guys. This is the SolarWinds website right here, all right? So this is the SolarWinds website. They're a really great website. They're a really great company as well. They've been around for so long, and they're also top rated. Top rated for 2020, top rated for 2019 as well when it comes to monitoring application and servers anywhere. And not just monitoring, but monitoring security, monitoring everything on a system from one place. It's just brilliant. So don't get them wrong. This is a great company. Positive points is it's fantastic. It's fantastic in security, and it's a shame that this has happened, but this has happened and it's already been fixed, so that's a good thing. A few good key features here, a few good benefits, like very good things that they've done here. They've already put up an error here, or an error, just like a good message as soon as you go for all the customers, the Orion customers, and the people that have the Orion products or have the system in place with SolarWinds. They will immediately see this in the SolarWinds community as well, because the moment you sign up for something like this, you also become part of the SolarWinds community, so you will quickly pick up and see this. You will quickly pick up this information, see this information, and it's available immediately to you, so you can start patching, doing the security updates to get past that compromised flaw of what happened in this security hack with SolarWinds. So here they say in the message security advisory, SolarWinds asks customers using Orion platform software versions 2019.HF5 and 2020.2 with no hotfix, and 2020.2 HF1 only to upgrade as soon as possible to ensure the security of your environment. More information is available in our security advisory and our frequently asked question pages. So I just want to show you guys real quick. If you click on the security advisory here with the message that is on SolarWinds actually warning the customers about this security flaw and that they've been compromised because of this hack. If you click on the security advisory here, they give you a whole lot of information on what has happened, and it's been recent as of December 18th, 2020 at 7:30 a.m. SolarWinds, they give a whole paragraph here and explain exactly what has happened, where they explain here that SolarWinds was the victim of a cyber attack to our systems that inserted a vulnerability sunburst within our Orion platform software builds for version 2019 HF5 2020.2 with no hotfix installed and 2020 HF1, which is present and activated, could potentially allow an attacker to compromise the server on which the Orion products run. The attack was very sophisticated supply chain attack, which refers to a disruption in a standard process resulting in a compromised result with the goal of being able to attack subsequent users of the software. In this case, it appears that the code was intended to be used in a targeted way, as an exploitation requires manual intervention. We've been advised that the nature of this attack indicates that it may have been conducted by an outside nation state. They put proper information out here, and they're direct and they're very specific about what is affected, and what is not affected on the Orion platform. So you can have a look at the known affected products of the Orion platform versions, like the application-centric monitor, the database performance analyzer, enterprise operations, things like IP address manager, log analyzer, VoIP network quality manager, web performance monitor, user device tracker, all these kinds of things. And then as you go down, these are not known to be affected, like the ServView gateway, app optics, backup profiler, DNS stuff, BiSentry, service desk, log event managers. So many here, they literally point out all the programs that are not known to be affected and the ones that are known to be affected, and this simply just quickly helps you to point out what is the key features here to look at, so that you can get information as quick as possible, so that you can see what's happening in your system, your networks as well. But that's not all, guys. Like, according to this hack, because of SolarWinds, they've got an absolute brilliant community, right? So if you're going to the solutions over here, actually to products, no, community. Now, if you're going over to community over here, we've got TWAC. Connect with more than 150,000 plus community members, get help, be heard by us, and do your job better using your products. So let me show you let's just quickly go into TWAC. Let's go view TWAC, and then you can have a look at what TWAC's all about. So here's a little bit on the TWAC community, and just a quick view of everything. Discussions, over 84,000 TWAC discussions, which is part of the SolarWinds domain. If you go here, you've got over 5,835 documents, 4,826 blog posts, 275,000 users and customers, because that's how many customers there are, and then obviously 2,168 people online at this moment, at this stage. So SolarWinds asks all customers to upgrade immediately to the Orion platform version 2020.2.1 HF2 to address a security vulnerability. See, the moment as you go into the TWAC community, the first thing that pops up, and this is what I love about this community as well, even though there's a hack that has happened, all of the customers that get this platform, the Orion platform, all the customers that are with SolarWinds automatically get to go onto the community platform, which they have access to immediately, and they can be up to date immediately with anything that goes on, any information, any security flaws, anything that they need to know is right here in front of them, and they can quickly fix that vulnerability or quickly get around it, get a solution around it. And that's what I love about the SolarWinds community as well. Look at all so you've got featured content, you've got leaderboards, you've got all these kinds of things here, and not to mention the community actually offers a lot more other stuff as well, to keep you motivated in doing your security work. If you're a security professional, they've got all these other kinds of things which really just motivates and amps you up and doing the best security as a security professional, or just keeping your systems up to date and speaking to other professionals in the community, which makes it so much more makes you so much more intelligent, grows the community, but makes it so much more fun as well and enjoyable. So yeah, that's a few key features and a few benefits about this, and what's so positive about this is because they quickly get around solutions and they make sure that the security is up to date. Even though this has happened, even though this is this is something that's major, it's already being addressed so quickly, and the hotfix has already been created, which is great, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, guys, that's a little bit more on the hack and on Thwack. This is the community that they've got, the SolarWinds website. This is the company. I mean, they're really putting every effort out there, to get all the security and databases, and they always offer other stuff as well, like cloud informations. They're offering managed service providers, application management, system management. They've got solutions here, every kind of solution, like remote monitoring, Cisco solutions, MySQL solutions. They've got even more, or all of these Azure cloud solutions. They've got even more network infrastructure solutions, everything that you can use to scale your business, but also to make sure that everything is optimized. Automation software. We've got education here, IT asset management. There's literally almost anything you can think of when it comes to network management with SolarWinds. Absolutely fantastic. So it's really great. There's their support. Look at all the support that you can have here as well. Renew, download the latest product features, 24/7 tech support, and to access instructor-led training. So they've also got this fantastic thing with SolarWinds called training as well. So when you do sign up with the network, or you want to get the the network monitoring Orion platform, you actually get fantastic training modules which actually learn you quickly about the software as well, so you can be up to date. So a lot of benefits, fantastical benefits when it comes to the security of SolarWinds. Really great, and I really hope that everyone that's affected by this is going to be updating quickly. You can only learn from it. So there's definitely things that the company can learn from it, and with that experience, they're making security better for any companies out there. Now, this doesn't come to say that now everyone has to move away, from SolarWinds. It just has to be a thing of they need to be more. They just need to make sure that they are more aware, more vigilant when it comes to that specific part of the software, and make sure that it gets completely new revamp, maybe, or just has to be coded in a completely different way, so that the updates don't get, because this was a software update, and the malicious code was implemented in this update. So they have to find a way to make sure this update doesn't give hackers the chance to implement malicious code. If there's a way that you can actually find out how to not have updates, have code implemented into them, then that's where you're going to have the software being more secure, and that's where you're going to have less vulnerabilities as well at the end of the day. Because the hackers could only get in through that update patch, right? So they inserted the malicious code through the update, and that's how it happened. It's the same with CC Cleaner. It's happened with CC Cleaner a lot before, and with many other softwares. We know how that goes. That's how they get, how they also get a vulnerability, how they hack the software like that. Because what they would do is they would obviously download the software. That's one of the ways as well. Download the software, have a look at where there's some flaws and things in the new software, and then they would insert that into the updated software, and when the update comes out, obviously the malicious code gets executed into that update, and then things start happening from there. So one of the major things, one of the biggest things, I think, one of the most important things they need to have a look at is how to reduce, or not just reduce, but how to completely stop malicious code being implemented or inserted into software updates, so that's not even a possibility anymore. So less of a possibility, and just gives it more of an upper hand for companies out there to not be compromised, so that there's no information or spying getting involved, or no data being lost, or any very sensitive information just getting spread out there to hackers, so they can use it against governments, companies, big organizations, corporates, and much more, right? This can really it can go bazonkers when it comes to cloud security and cloud software. So one of the things they need to have a look at is that they need to make sure that they continue monitoring their own software as well, their own software updates, make sure their domains are safe, do proper monitoring on their side as well. Because this platform, great, this is one of the best network security platforms out there, being widely used by government intelligence and government companies and other big corporate businesses out there. But at the end of the day, they need to make sure that they're monitoring their side as well. This could have been an inside thing, who knows? This could have been something completely else. But at the end of the day, there was still compromisation, and there was still a security flaw, and this is what happens. So they have to definitely do some monitoring, do some more research, and make sure that everything is definitely securitized. They need to have a look at this. This is some very important things they need to have a look at. So yeah, there's a few key features and good things about the website, about the domain, things you can have a look at. Great company, overall great company. Small security flaw, but I'm bringing this tech update, the security update to you guys, so that whoever is looking at this and you've got the Orion platform, your company's got the Orion platform, get that update out there. You maybe haven't visited the community yet, so I don't know, but it's just great bringing out this information so that you can make sure that you're up to date. Always keep customers, keep your business up to date. Make sure that you learn about these things so that you don't get information just driving away from you, or eventually end up having to pay hackers a ransom fee or anything like that. You don't want to get involved in that, so make sure that you're always updated. When it comes to businesses and big companies that make a lot of revenue, this is really important to them. Small businesses might not be as big of a problem, but it is a big problem to bigger companies and smaller companies even though. So, sometimes it's even the smaller companies that really get hurt by this, and it's a really big problem, and cybersecurity needs to be taken more seriously. It is an issue. It is an issue, and it's coming up everywhere, and it's becoming more and more of a problem. But eventually, it needs to be taken. There needs to be some action to make security better, and some action taken against it, so these people can be caught out, because it's a big major problem. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this, and this has been really insightful to you and helpful to you. And yes, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a subscribe and check out our brand new videos in the future. And thank you for watching this fantastic video with Chicom IT Services. My name is Armand. I love tech. I love IT. Cheers for now.